This is one of the toughest times for Nigeria. The country is battling its worst recession in decades. Headline inflation is at a record high of 18.4%, and the currency, the naira, is at its weakest. Certainly not the ideal time for most investors. But all of that has done little to deter China from scaling up its presence here. The country's established diplomatic relations some 46 years ago. The driving force of that relationship has been economic and trade cooperation. Statistics from the General Administration of Customs of China show bilateral trade volume was almost $15 billion in 2015. That is 8.3% of China's total trade with Africa and 42% of its trade with the West African bloc ECOWAS. Nigeria imports almost everything from mobile phones to mechanical equipment from China. Its major export is crude oil and other raw materials, and that has led to concerns about a trade imbalance.
It should be a win-win relationship. We should also have things to export to China. And again, the government should drive that the Chinese investors or businessmen should come to Nigeria and set up and manufacture those items that we import from their country. That will help us moderate the outflow of foreign exchange that we currently suffer.
Chinese investors have set up here, manufacturing items that would normally have been imported. They are also creating local jobs in the process.
We're hoping that by July, we would have been able to sign up the agreements that will enable...
In June last year, Nigeria's Minister of State for Petroleum, Ibeka announced the signing of MOUs with several Chinese firms for new investments worth more than $80 billion, spanning 5 years in the oil and gas industry. Experts also cite China's investment in transport links.
We've seen a lot of African countries where China has invested heavily in the infrastructure. Today, the speed rail in Nigeria, the only standard gauge rail in Nigeria was built by a Chinese construction company. The Lagos-Calabar rail line, standard gauge rail line, is also going to be built by Chinese. So we are seeing even the Montana Airport, the new building, the new terminal in the wing of the airport is being built by the Chinese. So China has invested, beyond Nigeria, you have China investing in Angola, Rwanda, several other African countries. Today China is the most aggressive of all the world advanced economies that are investing in Africa.
The relations between Nigeria and China are indeed robust and mutually beneficial, despite the issues of balance of trade. President Buhari was in China last April, where both countries signed up to a number of agreements and MOUs. Part of the discussions during Foreign Minister Wang Yi's one-day visit here would be how to quickly move to the implementation stage of those agreements. Deji Badmus, CGTN, Lagos, Nigeria.